Now, Nathan told me he doesn't work with that big of a team, but everyone has a job and everyone works together and they can get a lot done with just their own two hands. The ones with blue and green tops are actually color-coded to indicate that the pressure is appropriate. Juul vapes look a lot like USB drives like this one, and that's why students can easily sneak them into class. And they can fit in the palm of your hand, which adds to the secrecy. A major road construction project is about to begin in State College, and it may cause more traffic headaches. It's a multi-year PennDOT project on North Atherton Street. Reporter Katie Litwin is live along Atherton Street with more information. Katie? The Movin' On Festival is on the last day of class before finals week, giving students one final celebration before they have to study all week long. We have breaking news right now. Police say 2 people have been shot and killed in a residence hall at Central Michigan University. Police say they are not students and they believe it started as a domestic violence incident. We start with breaking news. State College police responded to a possible school security incident today. A suspicious person reportedly tried to get inside Easterly Parkway Elementary. The walk brought together hundreds of students, both men and women alike. They walked around campus a little bit less than a mile and then ended up right here behind me on Hub Lawn for a group picture. When most people think of flying out of town for spring break, they think of escaping the cold weather. But that kind of traditional spring break isn't for everyone. Reporter Alyssa Palfi tells us about 2 very different trips to Nicaragua. So how credit card skimmers usually work is they take the numbers from each card used, and then they're recorded and can be used for fraudulent bank transactions at a later time. That's all for today's newscast. You can find more of our stories on our website, centercountyreport.com. It's no secret that vaping is now more popular among young adults than ever. So much so that high school students are actually bringing them to class. Juul vaporizers are very common and can even fit in a pocket. State College Area High School Principal Curtis Johnson says it is punishable behavior.
It's a one-day in-school suspension or out-of-school suspension dependent. We used to have a cessation class for tobacco, but smoking violations are no longer prevalent with our kids because they're not really doing that, but they're using this new products.
Johnson says the vapes are classified in the school's tobacco punishments, not their drug and alcohol protocol, because the long-term health effects of these aren't fully known. John Fuller of Escape Smoke Shop agrees that there aren't enough studies for these products.
There isn't a lot of studies to show, okay, well, hey, if you start when you're really young, what's the effects going to be? There are studies that show that there are no gateway drug from it effect, where if you start vaping young, you're going to go into cigarettes.
Juul vapes look a lot like USB drives like this one, and that's why students can easily sneak them into class. And they can fit in the palm of your hand, which adds to the secrecy.
If you have never used one before or never smoked a cigarette or consumed nicotine, it's not the best idea to, oh, let me just start vaping. But if you're someone who would have picked up a cigarette or who has used cigarettes, it's going to be a lot healthier of an option than continuing on with that.
Reporting in State College, I'm Jenna Scotti for the Center County Report.
Yeah, I mean, they're not a big deal until your house catches on fire.
The residents of Ferguson Township are currently not receiving complete protection from fires. Fire hydrants in the western part of the township have continuous flow but not much pressure, which is important when it comes to fighting fires. The hydrants are run by Rock Springs Water Company, who believes the hydrants are nearly fully functional.
I'm not exactly sure how many there are, but they're in the residential neighborhoods out there like Bramblewood and Fairbrook and the Meadows and some of the more densely developed parts of western Ferguson Township.
The volunteers of Alpha Fire Company have been trained to act like the hydrants are not there and only serve as a backup to the fire company's own resources.
I'd like more hydrants, not less, obviously, right? It makes life a lot easier for us, but it's certainly nothing we are unaccustomed to.
In most fire emergencies, the water on board on the actual trucks can get the job done. But in the event that they need more water, using a fire hydrant saves a lot of time and makes firefighters' lives a lot easier. The ones with blue and green tops are actually color-coded to indicate that the pressure is appropriate.
I have every confidence in our first responders, so I'm not worried about my house burning down. I am worried about tax money going to someplace for something that obviously it's not going to.
Reporting in State College, I'm Jenna Scotti for the Center County Report.